Good evening. My name is Eliza Joy Tijones. I am the one who will report the continual improvement, also known as Kaizen. What is continual improvement or Kaizen? It is a strategy where employees at all levels of a company work together proactively to achieve regular, incremental improvements to the manufacturing process. In a sense, it combines the collective talents within a company to create a powerful engine for improvement. Characteristic of Kaizen. So first, the characteristic of Kaizen. It is improvements are based on many small changes rather than the radical changes that might arise from research and development. In short, it focuses the quantity than the quality. Second, as the ideas come from the workers themselves, they are less likely to be radically different and therefore easier to implement. Just like some businesses, there are always a big impact if the strategy or decision is kinda huge. Third, small improvements are less likely to require major capital investment than major process changes. As I said earlier, Kaizen focuses on the workforce, meaning they always included the suggestions of workers. Fourth, the ideas come from the talent of the existing workforce, as opposed to using R&D consultants or equipment, any of which could be very expensive. If you are the employee, you should be more strategic and seek a dream position to be promoted so that you would know you would achieve the position you wanted to be with. Six, it helps encourage workers to take ownership for their work and can help reinforce team working, thereby improving working invitation. Since they are including suggestion of employees, it tends to give the feelings for employees to be one of the owner, and with that case, it can enhance employees' confidence to do a specific job. So let's go with the four types of Kaizen. So the four types of Kaizen are Kaizen Teian, Kaizen Events, Kaikaku, and Kakushin. First is the Kaizen Teian bottom-up improvement. As its core, Kaizen Teian is about actively involving all people in improvement. If you want to set out in creating a continuous improvement culture in your organization, you should start with Kaizen Teian. Kaizen Tian describes a form of improvement where people participate to improve their own processes. This bottom-up type of Kaizen drives as a cultural transformation because it requires everyone to think about improvement every day and everywhere. Kaizen Tian encourages every member of the workforce, from leadership to frontline workers, to propose changes that can improve workflow. The idea is that those workers who are in the Gemba or a real place are just more likely to identify real opportunities for improving the flow of their processes. To be successful in Kaizen one must always be looking to eliminate the eight forms of waste. First is the defects. The defects are the scraps or products that require rework. Second, excess processing. Excess processing are the products that must be repaired to satisfy customers' needs. Third, overproduction. When there are more parts in production than customers are purchasing, this type of waste spells big trouble for an organization. Fourth, waiting. A person or process in action on the manufacturing line. Five, inventory. A valuable product or material that is waiting for processing or to be sold. Six, transportation. Transportation. Moving a product or material. Moving a product. Transportation. A person. a person or process in action on the manufacturing line. 7. Moving. Moving a product Moving is a product or material and the cost generated by this process. 8 is the non-utilized talent. When the management team fails to ensure that all the potential and experience of its people are being used, this is the worst of the 8 wasted. So next, let's go to the Kaizen events, the second type of Kaizen. Kaizen events, also known as defined improvements. Um, okay. Kaizen events are typically brief focus improvement projects where people, including the management team, participate in analyzing their value stream or VSM to solve a specific problem. While daily Kaizen projects may be small in scope or somewhat spontaneous, um, a Kaizen event demands thoughtful planning by team leaders involved. These events might last for several days or even weeks and target specific challenges that, once solved, could lead to a step change in efficiency, quality, or performance. Third type of the Kaizen is the Kaikaku, or radical change. Um, Sometimes small changes aren't enough to drive the improvements an organization needs to be competitive. That's when it's time to turn to Kaikaku. Kaikaku describes as a process where an entire organization is focused on a radical process transformation. Rather than improving a process, Kaikaku may demand the organization moves to an entirely new process. Unlike Kaizen, which focuses on incremental changes, examples of Kaikaku might include moving from manual to automated production or embarking on a digital transformation that drives workplace collaboration. Fourth is the Kakushin, or the breakthrough innovation. If Kaikaku is revolutionary, Kaikushin is game-changing. Kakushin happens when you move to an entirely new way of doing something. It's about the big breakthrough that changes everything, while Kaikaku might mean making a major change in how things are done. Kakushin might be about changing what is done. For example, if Kaikaku is about moving from manual to automated production, Kakushin would be the switch to 3D printing those materials, demanding new skills from the workforce. Kakushin demands management challenge their assumptions about um, about why they do business a certain way. It will require a culture change that can commit to a new way of doing things. Brainstorming and analysis are the tools of Kakushin. Okay, let's go to the management development. So management development, it is the overall concept that describes the many ways in which organizations help employees develop their personal and organizational skills, either as managers, in a management job, or with an eventual management job in mind. Building the skills of managers through management development option is critical to the effective functioning of your organization. This is because of the power of a manager to impact the organization through his of or her oversight of the work of other employees. Especially middle managers are expected to communicate the company direction, goals, and visions to the reporting employees. Only comfortable business communicators are likely to perform their needed communication tasks effectively. The last part is the Kaizen methodology, an approach that impulses the continuous improvement in an organization based on the constant small positive changes that can result in major and more significant growth. Kaizen is considering a culture more than a methodology. It's based on communication and cooperation among the organization members as part of the lean process improvements. Kaizen is a form of life that can be applied in many professional fields, including the law. That's all, and that's all for. Thank you.